Hello, my name is Dammeral, founder of Veggie, and today I'm going to show you how to make healthy vegan sweet potato burgers. And to accompany the burger, we're going to have a vegan coleslaw with some red pickled onion. This is going to serve 4 people, and for you to make this you're going to need the following. For this you're going to need 4 brioche buns. For the sweet potato burgers you're going to need 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes or 1 large sweet potato, 1 can of mixed beans in water, some tablespoon of buckwheat flour, 1 chilli, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of cumin, 1 heaped teaspoon of cayenne pepper, some chopped coriander, and a good pinch of salt and pepper. For the vegan coleslaw, you will need 2 carrots and 1 red cabbage and some vegan mayonnaise. And for the pickled onion, you will need some red onion and some red wine vinegar. What we've done with the red onions, we're just going to pour some red wine vinegar into the onions. You want to make sure they're marinated for at least 2 or 3 hours so they soak up all the goodness and the flavour in the red wine vinegar. So first of all, you want to cook the sweet potatoes. This can be done in the oven at 180 degrees for about 45 minutes, or alternatively, if you're short of time, you can pop them in the microwave for 10 minutes on a high heat. I've kept the skins on to keep the vitamins in the sweet potato, but alternatively, you can peel the sweet potatoes first before baking them. Finally, grate 2 carrots into a bowl, followed by finely chopping up the red cabbage. So you want to make sure this is finely grated as well, just like the carrots, so coleslaw is nice and fine. So finely grate it and pop that into the bowl. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to make sure you get about 4 tablespoons of vegan mayonnaise. Pop that in and make sure that's mixed in nice and thoroughly. A little bit more mayo is better than less. So once that's fully mixed, that's the vegan coleslaw done. So once you've cooked the sweet potatoes, you want to finely chop them. Once they're finely chopped, what we're going to do then, we're going to start putting everything into the food processor. So first of all, put all the sweet potato with the skins on in the food processor. Then you're going to put 1 can of mixed beans with water, followed by a nice heaped tablespoon of buckwheat flour, some chili powder, some cumin, some cayenne pepper, a good pinch of salt and pepper, and last of all, a good handful of coriander leaf. So once you've put the ingredients through the food processor, you're going to make sure that consistency is nice and thick. Make sure it's not too runny. If it's too runny, just add some more flour, but that should be the perfect consistency to make the burgers. But now that's all done, we're going to move over to the kitchen so we can start frying up these burgers. So first of all, you want to make sure the pan is nice and warm and add some olive oil. 1 tablespoon of olive oil will be plenty. In order to make the burgers, I'm using just a nice cylinder to make a good shape. So we put as much mixture as we can into the cylinder and just pat it down. If you haven't got one of these, you can just make them up in your hands, make them into small round balls, and obviously pat them down into the pan when you start to cook them. So as we can see, we've got a nice shape, nice size on the burger. So the main thing you want to do is make sure you don't play with the burgers, so just leave them to cook nice and evenly on the bottom for about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. And you want to make sure they're cooked nice and well on the bottom before you start to flip them, as they might fall apart if you play around with them too much. So just be patient and let the heat do the work. So after 2 or 3 minutes on one side, they'll be ready to flip. So you can see they're nice and golden and crisp on the bottom. And just flip them on the side, and again just leave them to cook for another 3 to 4 minutes, just so they're evenly cooked throughout, and then they'll be ready to serve. So we're just going to prepare our burgers. So we've got the 2 buns. All we're going to do is have some mayo on the bottom, followed by we're going to add some spinach leaves. You can add lettuce if you haven't got any spinach. Then we're going to add our pickled red onions. So these have got a really nice sweet flavour to them. And then we're just going to obviously kindly put the sweet potato burgers on top. And to finish, we've just got our vegan coleslaw, a tablespoon or so on top of the burger just to finish. Stack it nice and high, and just finish off with the bun on top. So there you go, a nice healthy vegan sweet potato burger with vegan coleslaw. All there is left to do is to dig in.